Hi, welcome back. As you can see, we have a beautiful Mercedes AMG GT53 in the shop today to get a hyperCLEAN 1-year ceramic coating called Uno. So we'll be going over how to do that, but first, come on, let's get started, let's get cleaning. First of all, we gotta walk around and take a look at the GT53. All right, as I'm walking around the vehicle, we know this is new. Hey, this is especially for if you have a new vehicle that you want to put a ceramic coating on, this is the way you want to first start, right? I want to first walk around the vehicle. I'm going to inspect it. I'm going to see how it's been driven, how it's been taken care of. I want to look at if I have a bunch of road tar, if I have stuff that's already been picked up on the road, I want to make sure I'm evaluating, put my eye on that. We will touch it with Fuego. We'll see if we got some iron decontamination. When the vehicle is being washed, we're going to be able to feel on it, and we're going to be able to see if there's contamination and feel if there's contamination in the clear coat. So before we get started though, let's check out this interior. All right, we've checked out the interior. That is going to be fun to work on. There's no doubt that Revive will do a wonderful job as we go through and detail out the inside. But let's get started on the inside. We definitely noticed that, first of all, we're going to touch the barrels. We're going to get some Fuego deep inside those barrels, get all that brake dust removed out of there. So let's have fun. Let's get started. So we're spraying TRX here around the tires. Gonna let it start to dwell. We do have some tire shine on there, so TRX will start to break down the tire shine. Fuego, when we're spraying here on the rims, right, our wheel face doesn't have a lot of brake dust on it, okay? So kind of real light sprays here on the face of the rim, because we do want inside of some of these nooks and crannies, we want to make sure that the product gets in there and starts to eat away of brake dust that we do have. Now we will coat these wheels, so especially when you're coating wheels, you want to make sure you always spray Fuego all over. Get the product working in all the nooks and crevices. Then as you see, we're going to come through and spray down the barrels. We want to get Fuego inside of every part of this barrel that we can. So it might mean that you have to move around, get the angles appropriate. Some people will even move the car a little bit just to make sure that they get Fuego worked all the way around. And here, coming down the barrel, we can already see some brake dust starting to release and fill up the sort of the crevice of that wheel right there. Get started cleaning up the tires first. TRX has begun to eat away at the grime on the tires. We've got some nice bleeding action starting to happen on the wheels as Fuego starts to break down the iron decontamination. But let's get the wheels cleaned up. so while the vehicle's still wet, we're going to come grab a bottle of Fuego. We're going to start the iron decontamination on the paint. The paint's very smooth. While we were washing, we could feel it. But let's go ahead and start deconning to make sure we got everything off. One of the many benefits of using Fuego is that it's a neutral pH. So as you saw, I went ahead and sprayed off the windshield just to make sure, in case we have anything on the glass, the iron decontamination of Fuego will begin to pull it out of the glass. Safe on all this trim that you see? And what you don't hear and what you don't see happening is me coughing and me going, oh, that's disgusting, right? There's a lot of iron decontamination sprays that, wow, they just smell really terrible. We definitely made sure to take that out of the formulation, using a regen grade for that additive instead of the low-cost cheap ones. So you make sure that, hey, your garage and your bay doesn't smell like rotten eggs. All right, let's go ahead and start around the vehicle, finish up decontaminating this paint. This is a spot you really want to make sure you go ahead and get Fuego into. Get it on the pipes. Let's get those pipes all cleaned up. All right, after we've let Fuego sit for a couple minutes, we come through and we rinse it off. What we're doing is we're removing contamination out of the surface. That Fuego has gone down into the clear coat, and it has now begun to loosen up any particles that might be inside of the clear coat. So with the power washer, we're just rinsing it away, and you will see, right? You'll see some white, almost like a soap appear as you go through and you rinse it off. This is all good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and continue on as we rinse off the rest of hyperCLEAN Fuego. All right, so we're coming through with the orange crush. That's going to pull up most of the liquid that's still out on the paint. Using an air dryer, something, grab anything you have. We want to make sure we want to get all the water out of these cracks, because these little drips, when we go put on a ceramic coating, no fun. We will want to go ahead and air dry out the wheel. I'm going to go ahead and hit the tire because we are going to put some tire shine on, and we want to make sure all this liquid is off of the tire the best we can. And we're going to air dry deep inside of here, make sure we get all that liquid off of these wheels. First off, it definitely stands out, the multi-tones that we have here. And you can see we have many different surfaces that we're gonna need to work on. Boy, sure does look beautiful, but it also does create a little bit of a nightmare. Because when I sit here, I go, wow, I've got Alcantara, I've got a big, giant, beautiful screen, I've got black piano trim, I've got leather, I've got vinyl. What am I gonna use to clean all these surfaces? Now sure, I could handle each of them on their own. Wow, that would take way too long. It would be inefficient. It would not be an elite process. We would come through and touch the Alcantara and then go clean a screen. Clean inside the crevice and then go over here and clean a flat surface. Using Revive to do this, that's the answer, right? So I can spray Revive straight onto the brush and come in here and agitate. Right, now, agitation is an interesting word because I'm not really removing much, right? There's just a little bit of dust. There's just little stuff in the cracks and in the crevices. Right, this isn't very dirty. Hey, I don't need to go and oversaturate. I don't need to overdo it. And I don't need to spray directly onto the steering wheel. Spraying into the fine detail brush is the correct process. So Alcantara could just lightly go over it with the brush, come back with the towel. So when it's time to do my screen, I'm gonna mist onto my towel, I'm gonna mist into my soft detail brush, and I'm gonna come through and get my vents. I'm gonna hit here into the cracks and the crevice. All right, I'm gonna use my towels. I've sprayed into my microfiber towel. And this is how I'm going to go through and clean the screen, all right? I'm going to spray into the towel with hyperCLEAN Revive and then go through and gently, nicely, in a sense, kind of lightly massage the product around. All right? We're not using any force here, not digging into it. We're just going to flip our towel, come back to finish it out. So this is the absolute way to clean this interior using hyperCLEAN Revive. Right? Look how simple this has been. hyperCLEAN Revive, when we say it's designed for today's modern interiors, this is exactly what we mean. You can use a towel, a nice simple brush, soft brush, go through, clean and remove everything on the screens, plastics, on the leather, and the metal. All right, so you notice I don't have a whole lot of chemical inside of that brush because I don't really need it. I need just a little bit of Revive onto my brush so that I can get some of this little dust that is in and around, but I didn't need a whole lot of product, okay? Just a little bit of product, and then I come back with my microfiber towel and finish out the rest of the door. Having it already saturated onto the towel allows me to kind of just work around nice and easy. Clean up, you know, if they've set their hands, set their arms here, I can fully then remove any grime and finish out to the same factory finish that we all love, right? This is hyperCLEAN Revive. It's gonna leave it, right, with some UV protection, and it's gonna leave it to the matte finish that you want. All right, while the inside's getting finished, I'm going to go through and start wiping down the outside with hyperCLEAN Wipe. All right, what we're doing here is we're wanting to remove anything left on the vehicle's paint. Maybe there's just a little bit of oils. Maybe there's something that would need to get wiped off, right? That's the purpose of using wipe. You want to use wipe before you're going to ceramic coat a vehicle, and that is what we're doing today. So it's a pretty simple process. You just spray a little bit down and let the product do the work. Just nice and easy. I like to use the hyperCLEAN Versatile here. The hyperCLEAN Versatile is very soft. It's very plush. As you can see, I'm just lightly going over on the paint with my towel. Any little bit of water I want to grab that might still be there. Flip my towel and let's go. All right, we've used wipe. We've gotten everything cleaned off the paint. Look at her shine. She's looking beautiful, but now we need to protect it. We're going to protect it with hyperCLEAN Uno. hyperCLEAN Uno, or 1 year. 1 year of ceramic protection. So we're going to dramatically increase the gloss level, which you'll see as it already has a really great look to it, but we'll increase that gloss level, and we're going to give it, as everybody loves, is those hydrophobic properties. And so as we'll wash it over the next years, you'll see those hydrophobic properties continue on strong. We're going to be protecting it, right? That is the biggest part of ceramic coatings, is the protection that it puts down for 1 year, protecting it from bird droppings, protecting it from bugs. We get a lot of bugs here in the Southwest, and protecting it from the sun's UV rays and oxidation. Hey, let's get going. So hyperCLEAN Uno, we will apply with our Saver applicator, put some drops out on the applicator. And then our first wipe, right, we're going to come through with our leveler towel. A leveler towel is designed to do that, level the coating, so that then we come through with our Versatile. Plush thickness that we love about the Versatile is perfect for our second wipe as we remove all the coating, all the product from the vehicle. Okay, so how you apply a ceramic coating is you pick out first the body lines. And you want to decide where you're going to apply first. So I'm going to take this body line. I'm going to draw a single line right down the middle. I'm going to start a box around the section that I want to work with. Next, we fill in the box. As we go around, we can pick up some fresh product and merge in the ceramic coating from the lines we have drawn, especially this line here in the middle, as we pick up a little bit more product and continue on down the hood. All right, now we'll take a big, long, straight line, and we will make sure that we get an even amount all the way down the hood. All right, this is our flash. As the beads form, it's telling us that it's time to level off coating. We'll take our leveler towel, Very, very simple to level the coating. Leveling means, right, as the solvents will release, then we're going to remove them from the paint. All right, we come back, we finish removing all the product with the hyperCLEAN Versatile. Key point here is you do want to make sure you flip your towel, go over all the edges, right? Go over onto the other sections. You'll feel it. I've got instant gratification of slickness, and then as I move over to the other side, the towel gets grabby, but that's okay. Make sure to go over, hit that grabby side so that you do not leave any high spots. One of the last steps we want to do to this vehicle is put on tire shine, and we want to introduce Quick Shine, the newest tire shine from here at hyperCLEAN. Let's go over how to use it. This is a water-based dressing. I love to spray directly onto the applicator. I like to put some onto the tire. As when you spray, you want to make sure you're careful not to mist over onto the paint. So that's why a lot of people just prefer to come through with the applicator itself. Now, if you want to come through and lightly mist some product on there, you can. Caution is to spray and get a bunch of overspray all over. All right, we'll come down here, add a little bit more, and away it goes. What we're gonna see with Quick Shine is a nice, good shine to it. And it's going to be at a little bit more of a matte gloss than a traditional high shine water-based dressing. We're looking for a quick shine here, a good look to it, not over the top and not super glossy that's gonna sling down the side. So you're gonna get a nice, good finish to this tire. So come on, let's go put Quick Shine on the rest. When cleaning glass, there's a couple of problems that most people have. You know, it should be the final thing that we do right before, whether or not we're done for the day inside of our own garage, or we're going to return it to a customer, but yet it is, alas, one of the most difficult things that many of us struggle with. One thing that many people struggle with is the amount of cleaner that they put on the glass. Another is a towel. Sometimes people have too much product on their towel and it becomes saturated. Sometimes the towel doesn't pick up enough. Sometimes their glass cleaner doesn't have enough lubrication and it causes the towel to leave lint. A lot of things that go wrong with cleaning glass. Surprising, right? Doesn't seem like you'd have that much. We tried to simplify it, right? Using the perfect glass towel really is the perfect towel for lint, to picking up the right amount of product, to oversaturation. And then we put lubrication in our formula of the glass cleaner, which allows the towel to glide smoothly, all giving you the best opportunity to have streak-free, clear glass. Without the smudges, without the lines of lint, without the frustration. What you will notice that I do is I lightly mist and I move my bottle as I spray. This eliminates too much product in one spot. And you'll see some people, when they spray glass cleaner, then you see it run down, right? Then they go to grab it with the towel, and what have we done? We've oversaturated an area of our towel, put too much product on the glass, causing us some issues. Flip my towel, I'm back to all the edges, and smooth out the glass. You can see I don't fight. You don't fight the towel. You don't fight the glass. You just nice and easy, smoothly glide it across. All right, well, thanks for joining me as we cleaned up this GT53. It is a beautiful Mercedes. We love the color of it. Wow. Blue has become a really cool color lately, hasn't it? I love seeing what they're doing with them. Well, we're all finished up. We've washed it, cleansed it, did a really cool job on some new tire shine that we put on. We coated it with hyperCLEAN Uno 1-year ceramic coating. It's protected for 1 year plus. Wow, gorgeous. Hey, let's check those results.